Today is a special treat. I am in LA with a local DJ slash producer. Loco in the coco. DJ Lamech. What's happening, bro?
Chilling, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. For those of you who don't know, there's a couple of tracks floating around SoundCloud.
Yes.
With me and Lamech from back in the day. So, nice trip down memory lane.
Yes, that was good, actually. Yeah, remind me of some stuff that, you know, you do so much, you forget.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just out there in, what do you call cyberspace sometimes.
Yep.
But not necessarily, but then it's in your library, not necessarily mine.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
All right. So, you got a new EP coming out, or did it already come out?
It came out March 20th.
Okay.
On Citrusonic. And it's a song that actually Eddie Amador asked me to do another track with him. And this is our third release.
All right.
And it's on Citrusonic. It's called I Decide to Love.
So you're local, cat from LA. You've been DJing around LA for, I don't know, how many years now?
Oh my gosh, man. I got started and, man, I was 14 playing house parties in Compton, California. And doing all the, you know, my school and, you know, parties, house parties and stuff like that. And then around 93, actually, I heard a DJ playing on the Beat radio, and that was Terrence Toy. And he was playing this, you know, that 4 on the floor, and I was playing break beats and, you know, Keno and, you know, what do you call it? You know, gosh, and the beat goes on and all that breakdancing music stuff, you know. And I heard that 4 on the floor, and I was like, I gotta play it. Who is that? And I got hooked up with Terrence Toy, and I started playing house music in 93.
Okay, and the rest is history, huh?
Yeah, well, it was a long road. There's a lot of history to be made, honestly. There's a lot of history to be made. So like in 95, Terrence introduced me to Tony Largo, and I started opening at DYMK Dejamamino around 95, 3 a.m. to like 4:30 for 5 years. Tony Largo hooked me up.
And I'd like to add, those of you that don't think we have after hours in LA.
Oh, it's here, yeah, definitely here. It's been going on for, it's what's 2012 now, but it's been going on for a long time. This is way back in the day when I was young. So those are my what do you call senseis? I call them senseis. Tony Largo and Terrence Toy and Doc Martin actually were the ones who actually hooked me up and saw something in me and let me, you know, get going. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's the LA scene like? How would you describe it?
I would honestly say fragmented.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to say it.
Yeah, it's for the style of music that we play, deep house, and what it represents. Sometimes I think we're growing up to the true calling of what house music really is. The encompassing and grabbing everybody and, you know, loving everybody. Just as society, I think, you know, pioneering. House music was the thing that was the injection of, you know, music being the catalyst of unity among different races and people and, you know, cultures and stuff like that. But, you know, as human race, I think we get away from that. It gets a little cliquish sometimes, you know, inside of the workings of it. But, you know, it's 2012. I think we are growing, and a lot of us are becoming more diverse and not so, what do you call it? You know, just, oh, I'm just deep house, or I'm just this genre, I'm that genre, you know? We're becoming more diverse and not expecting people to be exactly, oh, just play this style of music or just play that style of music. Deep house DJs are playing all kinds of stuff now, which a DJ should be doing. We should be playing all kinds of music.
And that's kind of really an interesting point you make. It's all merging and blending together, which is kind of what the people should be doing, and in some cases they are.
Yeah, the DJs are like I said, in the forefront of bringing people, you know, pushing people into unity. You know, and music is the beginning of that. So, you asked me how the house scene was in LA, and I said fragmented. This is true, but like I said, as we grow, we're becoming more unified. And I've been one of the underdogs in LA, to tell you the truth. I played here a long time, but I haven't been up there like playing with Marcus a lot, playing with a lot of the mainstream house DJs here in LA.
That's Marcus Wyatt, for those that may not be familiar.
Yeah, he's definitely a mentor of mine. You know, but still at the same time, I believe that the respect of just who you are as a person stands, and being a creative person in the scene and contributing to the scene, that's what's kept me as just, you know, a DJ. Because, you know, I play, but I don't play out as much as I would like to. You know, it's a political game out there. I'm not gonna BS, and I'm not I don't like to kiss a lot of ass. You know, so I end up doing a lot of my own gigs, and so whenever I do throw a gig, sometimes people will come out, my hardcore fans, and it depends on how you promote, you know, and how you get people out, and that's a big important thing is how you promote, and that's really important to me.
On the promotion, I'm intimately familiar with one of your events, the Family Room that you used to do.
Back in the day.
I noticed that crowd was really progressive kind of crowd. They were really down-to-earth group of people, which I think is really what the house crowd is. Where did you promote, and how did you just develop that network of that type of people?
You know, the way I started, honestly, bro, I would make CDs, and I would just pass them out to friends and people. I would go to the clubs and pass them out to everybody, and I met people that way, and people started asking me to play, and it was very grassroots, and that's how it is. I mean, just being a cool, down-to-earth person, I think, is the most important thing. And being a DJ, period. Just be approachable, you know, and let people, you know, be able to, you know, get into your head a little bit, you know.
So it's kind of like having the DJ booth actually on the ground level as opposed to floating up in the rafters.
You know what? That's really cool that you said that, because does your mama know where I got my start in the club scene? Because I was doing the house parties, but I got my start in Hollywood. The floor, the DJ booth was here, and the floor, the people were right in front of you. It was literally there was no distance in between the turntables and the people. So you got that energy, and they were begging you for, you know, more, give me more, you know. This one guy would say, feed me, screaming out. So, I mean, you know, yeah, it's really cool to have that, you know, right in front, in your face energy, you know. That gives you a lot of, what do you call it, poise. It gives you a lot of practice, you know. It gives you a lot of, experience.
So you don't want to train wreck in front of people.
And if you do, you figure out what to do afterwards. You know what I mean? If you do happen to train wreck, you know, you work that mix out and do what you have to do.
Speaking of train wrecking, that leads me to my next question. The whole digital age of DJing.
Yeah.
Vinyl versus digital, and auto beat matching, auto syncing. What's your take on that, Lamech? What do you think?
Well, like I was telling you, actually we were talking about this earlier, and I think that I've sold out to that. Yeah, honestly I have, because I used to be all vinyl, and, you know, I wouldn't want to play anything but vinyl, but I've given into, you know, playing on Serato and trying Tractor, and the amount of records that you can take to a club on your computer, you know, as opposed to your vinyl records and crates, you know, and what you can do on a computer as opposed to vinyl, big difference. So I'm loving vinyl. I mean, I'm loving Tractor. I'm loving Serato. I'm loving vinyl still, but you can't do as much on vinyl. I mean, on vinyl as you could on, like, a computer. And I don't really think it takes away from your creativity. Actually enhances it, you know, a lot. I have a friend I was telling DJ Ty, who was encouraging me to use what is it, Serato as opposed to Tractor, because Serato is, you know, you can actually cue it, you know, naturally. And Tractor, you have to actually, you know the commands, and it styles it in for you, and so it's not as much of a live feel. So that's the difference. But personally, I love them both. I like it both. I like it.
Cool. I understand you have an extensive vinyl collection.
Man, I've been collecting records since '83. Man, I was gonna say '85, but '83 actually. And I still play those records, old school records, and up-to-date records. You know, MP3s. You know, they've taken over vinyl. So, in a sense, having MP3s are a lot better than vinyl, but the sound quality is just, you know, it doesn't match the warmth of a vinyl record. But, you know, that's just the industry. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm not trying to change the industry. I'm trying to be creative and just be a DJ and, you know, roll along with the punches.
And probably in defense of the digital DJs, many labels nowadays, they're actually gone digital, because if you go to Beat Source and Tracks,
most of them have
the exclusive digital releases. And you know, say one example would be Bedrock Digital. Digital's in the name. So there's no vinyl to buy, there's no vinyl to play.
Right. Well, and you know, people aren't buying records anymore. Well, the mainstream aren't buying records. The collectors, of course, are buying records. You know, I'm a collector. I still go to beat swap meets and sell and buy records and stuff like that, because it's just something I enjoy to do. But most people aren't, you know, at home on their iPods or their computer, and it's just faster, and they're sharing and swapping, you know, blogs and music and stuff like that. So if you can't beat them, join them. That's what I say. I'm not trying to change the world in a digital sense that way, you know. But you know.
My next question: when you heard the announcement that Panasonic, parent company of Techniques, decided to discontinue the SO1200 series,
wow.
What was your thought? Your initial?
That actually let me know that vinyl was over. just that is incredible, and you know, it lets you know how you know, vinyl is a serious art form, and it just to still be able to cut and scratch. There's not many DJs who can still do that. You know what I mean? And that's something that I still work on my vinyl, is learning my breaks, cutting and scratching, keeping that you know, energy of touching the record and feeling your cues and coming in and pushing it in, or you know, letting it go in, you know, on your fader and with your hand. It's touching it. That's the difference, you know. So yeah, that let me know when Techniques said it was no more. Yeah, it's a digital age now. It's a digital age. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, that being said, any last thoughts? Any comments? Or
well, I just want you to look out for my new single with Eddie Amador, Romeo, Alexey, and myself, Lamech, my Citrusonic, I Decide to Love, and that song goes out to any and everyone who has been rejected, hurt, ostracized, but yet they still continue to go and move forward into the dreams that they know that they have for themselves, and know that there's a higher source behind that. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Lamech. I know you're busy and you've got stuff going on. Yeah.
We're keeping it moving.
All right. So you're going to be doing an exclusive mix for me soon, hopefully?
Yes, I will have that done for you, and I hope everyone enjoys it. And, you know, I'm looking to play around the world, so check me out.
There you go.
And let's do this.
Okay, your passport's in order? You ready to roll?
Passport's in order. I'm ready to go. Spain, Ibiza, you know, where France, Africa, South Africa. Let's go. You know, I'm ready to do this, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We out. DJ Lamech.